Hey YouTube, what's going on, guys? We are back at it. We're trying to create this AI trading algorithm. We're calling it the Holy Grail agent. Um, it's it's essentially a very adaptive agent. We'll get into it. I'm just trying to get it to run right now. Yeah, let me just double check that we're live. Get my docs up here. Um, okay, now we're live. Okay, so we're trying to get this AI trading agent running. Um, yeah, let's get this going. Let's get this going here. So we need the full code file output, full code file. Oh, there's my. Okay. So just to recap, we're just working through a bunch of research. We're trying to find the best traditional mathematics for a trading algorithm. We're trying to find the best AI mathematics, meaning are we going to use backpropagation? Are we going to use gradient descent? Are we going to use deep neural nets? Are we going to use something different? We're just researching here. Um, we're running live tests, and yeah, we're gonna get this working. We're gonna make some money for sure once we get our algorithm set up properly. But yeah, we might. So I might push through another. Once it starts running, then I'll go back and work a traditional algorithm bot so that we can have that. Like we just want like a simple one that works, and then we kind of work from that baseline. So we want something that just is solid. Um, but let's see if this will load. This is pretty. This is the most errors I've ever gotten from. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So something's going on here where it's not. It's probably blowing up. It's probably just like not stable. That's probably why it's not working. Oh, so it wants me to try running it like this. Ah, see, it's not catching that there's this tensor misalignment. It's usually the always the issue. The tensor cores are misaligned. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, we'll get this running. Um, okay, once we run 1500 steps, batch 256. Okay. So I think this is actually giving me fake data, which we need to completely fix. Um, okay, realize returns. So this script is just simply like to quickly understand if this is going to be something we should move forward with or not. Like that's kind of the whole point. Quickly run it and then quickly diagnose, hey, is this worth going forward? Not worth going forward. So that's kind of what we're trying to get out of this here. But forgot what I was having a really good conversation with ChatGPT. Um, okay. I think this was the one where we were talking about the market primitives. Okay. Yes. Impulses, propagation, dissipation. Okay. How price moves. So I kind of want to go back and collect some of the data. new market primitives. All right, we'll get that in there and delete the bottom part. Okay. We're gonna get this. Hold on, did I? Okay. Okay, awesome. Let's go beyond the usual. Okay. Yes, and then this is the 30 seconds ahead. So no matter what, I'm making a trading algorithm that looks to create an edge to trade that's 5 seconds plus. A minimum size or a minimum time trade will be 5 seconds plus due to my latency. Feature formulas, okay. Yes, we want this. So there's a bunch of good data. All right. So this was trying to, okay. So let's make the regime map complete and testable. Okay, this was what I want here. Okay. Beloved design. Okay. So let's just see if that fixed the bug. Ah, shoot. It's not what I wanted to run, but I do want to compile. Let's run it for that 1500 steps here. Yeah, this one. We'll stop it. We'll do whatever that recommended script is. Okay. Looks to be working. Do that. Is it? Yeah, it's hitting the GPU here. It's hitting it hard. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go new chat. I'm going to go that. We're just going to give it this information, and then I'm going to give it some of these information. Okay. We will take this prompt and give it to Grok too. Just to see what he thinks too. It's okay. So there's some good data in this terminal output. This is all the stuff that I'm gonna need, but there are some not a number, which might mean training is unstable or it's not stable. So could be blowing up right now. Nan. It's not what you want to see when training. Those nans. Copy this. Yeah, so it doesn't look like that was successful. But we'll get there. I'm not even too sure what. Let's ask Gemini this. What? All right, let's get that quickly loaded up. Complete regime map. Stable, fragile, pressured, bursty. So an algorithm, you're going to want to map the regimes because each regime in, so when I say regime, I'm talking about essentially the price action, and you want to have something that can kind of map this out because each sort of movement, so we're like breaking out all-time high for Bitcoin, which is great. Look at that. Just happened. So this is kind of like a, pretty volatile, upward trending sort of regime, bullish. Now, this right here, this move, that would throw off some algorithm if it was just like thinking it was stable. But this was like kind of like a pump and dump style move. Yeah, but this regime is overall trending upwards, right? In this upwards channel. And that would be the regime. And if your trading algorithm knows this regime, then it can custom tailor or use its tools. For example, it'll use the upward momentum math to trade this properly versus if it was, a bearish downtrend, which honestly it's been kind of uptrend for a while. Yeah, so you need this sort of regime detector in your algorithm because it'll just help your algorithm trade better for that certain price action. That's kind of what we're getting at. So we're going to want specific regime tool. Okay. So we got AI bot. I do want to start on the 1 minute K line data. So that actually, we have that over here in data download. Okay. Okay. So we have this in data download. We have 1 minute K lines. We're going to build something from that. Instead of always focusing on the high frequency data, I want to see what we're able to do with that data. So let's make a new project in this folder. We will make a new folder. We call it K-line. We'll open it up here. We'll get my environment going, Python 3.1, 3.6, which is just the newest version. which I like using the newest one. Wait for that to finish. And yeah, that should, okay, Python 3.3. Okay, cool. Got that. Restart that. All right, we'll just make a main.py and we'll drag in from data download the data. We'll drag in the Parquet file too, but don't necessarily know if we'll use that. Okay. So this is pretty decent. Taker, buys, okay. And we got the ignore column. We might delete this because we're gonna run some sort of feature engineering on this, and then we can run it into Parquet file if that's what we need. All right. Yeah, we're gonna get this AI running, and then we'll just get some quick data on it. I don't have too much faith on it. I do want to just go back to the basics for everyone. It's nice to explore with this AI stuff, but it gets over-engineered really, really quickly. And with this AI stuff, you're making completely novel strategies that have never been utilized before. So the training is very unstable. You're trying to essentially invent something that would be really good at the ARC AGI prize, like something that's adaptable, learns quickly, and it's online learning only. So that's kind of like the holy grail for AI trading algorithms. And this was an attempt at that. This code right here. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get some emergent behavior from it, but yeah, sorry. Okay, we'll start it like that. Okay, so definitely fix some of the syntax issues. Let this run for a little bit. Once eval is consistently positive, you can dial in. Okay. Let's see what. All right, so this AI, if I can just explain it to everyone here. The AI system is a model. Okay, so we're doing reinforcement learning. Okay. All right, so it's just a reinforcement learning bot. But what makes the system advanced, the edge, is differentiable microstructure environment. What it is, instead of interacting with the black box game of a real market, the agent trades inside a simulated market. Okay, so we're simulating a market. Okay, the system's so the reason why I wanted to do simulated data is because it'll just kind of quickly give me the answer. I don't have to wait for it to like trade and then trade. So running inside simulated data is honestly, no, it's starting to blow up again. Okay. Okay. We'll put this on hold, but we'll definitely get back into some sort of reinforcement learning. Yeah, this means it's just not stable. We'll just show it to ChatGPT 5. We'll show it here, but yeah, it started when it says not a number, that means it's just not stable learning. Pretty simple. And that would not go well live. So we're gonna cut our losses there. And there's 100 million other trading algorithms that we can run. So we'll put a pause on this. And we will move forward on the 1 minute K line. Going to finite around 7. Okay. Okay. We don't actually care about that. We're going to reset the chat here. All right. So what I'm going to do now put this in the background. We'll pull up that other code here. So what I want in here is system specs. And what was that new file I made? Yeah, this one. Okay. Put specs in here. We're just gonna make like a data dump here. I do need though. Actually, I probably don't need that. Yep. So okay, I have one min A-line data for BTC perp finance. I want to create a but elegant trading algorithm and backtest the idea. I want to pre-engineer the data so that running backtests are quick. We need to discuss the feature engineering, the best novel math for the data set I have. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to thinking. I'm going to copy paste that in here. And yeah, we're going to just see what kind of feature engineering we can do with this data. So when it comes to backtesting, you want to get your feature engine, you want to get your features pre-computed and kind of clean up this data set for the backtest so that the backtest can just run quickly and you can kind of just run like a quick decision engine on it. Well, we'll see what we're going to do here, but that's kind of my idea is instead of computing the features live sequentially, which takes a while, pre-compute it. Like, let's figure out what we can create from this data. And yeah, and then just run a simple test. So more than likely we will first we'll think about the feature engineering we want. Then we'll decide on the feature engineering, and then we'll compute the feature engineering, and then we'll run a script to essentially see if those indicators were giving any edge. And then we'll iterate on the features. And then once we've kind of decided that, oh, this feature has predictive capability, then we'll move forward with essentially a backtest on that. So we'll get that going. We will get this going here. Oh no, it's not. Okay. All right. Let's get Grok. Actually, let's get Gemini in here. I'm not sure what that was about. All right. I think we'll do some sort of order flow imbalance for sure, but I'm not too sure how sophisticated that order flow imbalance can be due to the fact that it's just 1 minute K-line data. It does have volume, like taker, the taker side, quote, volume. All right, I mean, you can get good amount of, okay, let's see what it has to say here. The physics of the market, taker aggression. Okay, before any math, we must understand the forces at play. Perpetual swap isn't a stock, it's a derivative. Yeah. All right, sure. All right, let's look at my market data. What type of can we do? So we get want to test different feature engineering indicators for predictive edge. 5+ seconds for 25x leverage. Algo later on. Indicator testing platform. Hopefully that makes sense to Gemini. I kind of want to set this up so where we're testing different math on the CSV, right? So we're going to take this data, run it through a bunch of different equations, get a list of different indicators, and then we'll run another script to see how well those indicators perform at predicting the market. So it'll essentially become like a test platform for trading indicators. And once we find some good edge, then we'll move forward on just wiring that up into a full algorithm with like decisions and whatnot. But okay, let's see what kind of. Okay, redefine the goal. We build the most effective feature as possible from a 1 minute. Yes, exactly. Predict the 1 to 5 minutes. Okay, that's fine. You're right. So if I couldn't do 5 seconds, so we're gonna do 1 to 5 minutes. Okay, that makes sense. So we have to go way further out for our edge, which is fine. 5 minutes will give us plenty of opportunity. Let's focus on path A. Yes. Candlestick DNA, taker flow analysis. Okay. I want to, yes. Huh. It already went into code. Let's get GPT-5 here to think a little bit. So it already, yeah, wants us to compute it into Parquet, but doesn't necessarily know what I want just yet. It's trying to like clean it up first, but I want to run it, feature engineer, and then put it into Parquet. But we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing here. Okay. We'll go from the market primitives and then build up from there to see, yeah, just to see what kind of like indicators we're able to create from this data. So the issue is when I'm working with high frequency like WebSocket data, you get way more sophisticated. But at the end of the day, this might be enough. Okay, I do not like it. All right, let's just focus on what we can create here. Yes, okay. All right, here. Got some math. Okay, this is the right way to think. Forget indicators for the moment. Let's act like physics observing a complex system and try to derive its loss of motions. Okay. The primitives, the elementary particles of your data. Okay. Um, so we can impact some, we can look at order flow and balance, which is nice. I got this Garch. Seen that before. Got some self-excitation, some hawks. Huh. Let's see how deep. Okay. All right, perfect. 1 to 5 minute prediction from is great. Realistic target. With only the columns you have, there is a tight menu of high signal leak safe features you can build. So we got, right? Okay. Yeah. Let's give that to Gemini. Yeah, unfortunately, the K-line data is really limited, but I think we can get at least something going here. Even if we can like maybe train an AI to just like memorize the data, that might help. Um, hmm. I want to give it the primitive thing that it was talking about. Let's see what. Um, a different math that shows emergent predictive behavior. All right. Kind of guiding that AI on that subject there. We want to make this into a indicator testbed because at the core of any algorithm is going to be the predictive power. If it's not predicting the price properly, not giving the proper signal to go off of, then it won't be good. So this is the perfect framing. Let's design a high quality feature set, 1 to 5 minute predictions using precisely the data you have on signal quality and avoiding look ahead bias. Yes. Okay, flow and balance features. Okay. So we're gonna definitely do some order flow and balance features. Candlestick geometry and mechanical pressure. We can look at like wicks and different, we can program that into the, that might work. Okay. So it gave me a list of stuff that we can look at. But let's see what, okay, love this. Only one make it because and build a lab to test novel math. Okay. Okay. So we got some, all right, we got some good ideas here. We will run with this. Maybe I will prompt review the I want this AI to be more critical of this so that we can maybe do like one more iteration. But it's glazing it. Absolutely superb PhD level catalog. It's concise, testable, deeply rooted in market physics. Okay. Can be noisy on a 1 minute time scale. Okay, the proposed solution using robust z-scores and a median is good. I would add a windsoring or clipping. Okay. All right. Let's iterate one more time. Get a list of all the best ideas. Ones that will show will be best. All right, we'll get it to iterate one more time, and then we'll just try and get it to work. But yeah, this is what it takes to make a trading algorithm. It's just constant research. You have to outdo the market. This market is complex. And yeah, you're going to have to use some crazy mathematics here in order to predict these moves. So it looks like it's turning around. We're going for the dump all-time high to probably a retest here, more than likely. We'll see. I would pull brand new data for this. I don't know if that's going to affect the stream. Let's try pulling the data, because I want the most updated data. Let's see, is it geo-blocking me? Yeah. Unfortunately. All right, I don't know what this is going to do to the live stream. We're going to find out. I'm going NordVPN just to get, I want the most updated data. So I need to go to Mexico real quick. Okay. We move this over here. Okay. All right, we got the data updated. And yeah, so now that we have the most up-to-date data, and I'm no longer on a VPN, so that, okay, so that I can, are we connected to Mexico? This is really delayed. Okay. That's not good. We're going to quit the app. Enough of those enough of those pop-ups. All right. I have the most up-to-date BTC 1 minute K line up to, let's see. We have, yeah, 123,000. Yeah, that's like right there. Okay, cool. Cool. Now we'll update my, this one can just get deleted. We will, it's not gonna do that. There we go. Cool. All right, now that we have the most up-to-date data, we can keep working the feature flow finish coupling. State condition return on flow. Fragility index. Stored energy. Tier A. Stealth meta order proxy. All right. Trying to, so I want to run all the same time, like pre-engineer the indicators, run a script to see which one is best and which math to push forward on, like a full research platform for novel trading indicators. Right, this is what I need. So many lines of data. So I'm gonna have to just run like a check on this, just to make sure we're not missing any. Doesn't look as though there's any some giant data missing. Okay. All the math runs them side by side and ranks what's truly predictive, and yes, monotonic for the next 1 to 5 minutes. Flows a crisp plan you can implement quickly. All right. So data, primitives, indicators, labels, evaluation, leaderboard. Okay. So yeah, so now it's going to give us what we're going to look for, the evaluation protocol, what best means. So monotonicity score, that word will come up a lot when you're talking about indicator performance. It's just kind of how smooth you can get the data. It's kind of how I describe it. Probably not that accurate. Okay. I need my none of those have that. Need my context grabber. We need that. Context grabber, where is it? Wow, it doesn't even sound in that one. Arbitrage, it's gotta have. Yeah. Context grabber. And then there we go. Okay. Let's run that. And then, so we're gonna run that just so that I can show it exactly what the file name is. And I'm gonna actually, so do main and then new file, maybe we'll do like a test. Okay. We'll just grab the system specs again, just in case I forgot. Okay, I want 2 scripts. One that does all the feature engineering, gets the data ready for the test, then another file, test.py, that does all the tests and gets all the data about performance of the math. Full code files in chat. Okay. All right. We're going to get somewhere here. We will see. Now, these indicators are usually what people are used to looking at. Look at that indicator. Even though it's just some channel indicator, it's pretty cool. Yeah, these are more visual for us to look at. Yeah, but we're not doing that. We are feature engineering with the craziest novel math here. Flow finish. Let's see what Gemini thinks of this here. Let's see what Gemini is thinking about. This is a phenomenal plan. This is not just a list of ideas. It's a complete, well-architected, battle-ready research framework. You've distilled a complex process into clean, single-pass pipeline that's both computationally efficient and methodologically sound. Strength, single-pass efficiency, data, primitives, indicators. Flow is perfect. Using polars is an excellent choice. Okay. All right, so let's review the indicators. So we got tier S and tier A. Okay, so we're kind of breaking it down into alpha core and contextual edge. So it's interesting. The tiering spot on, correctly prioritize the features with the highest probability of being directly profitable. Yep, and uses the others for context and refinement. Okay. So usually there's a couple indicators that work in synchronous to help create the overall signal so that you don't get a false positive. That makes sense. Cool. All right, we're getting the code here. We'll run it, see what we get. Now, how long it will take to process the CSV file, I don't know. We'll find out. So they'll probably do some labeling. Okay. We got main. Oof. But probably because of that. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Wait, what? What happened? Didn't activate. Ah, we're gonna restart that. I don't know what just happened there. Python environment got all messed up. Need a new terminal. Huh. What's going on here? What is going on here? It's not the normal. Running into an issue. It's weird. What happened? What did I do? I'll have to delete the virtual environment. Just redo it, I guess. That's all I got. I don't know why my Python environment's not working. It's very odd. But I'm using the newest one, so there could be some weird Weird things going on. Yeah. So just click that. Okay. Cool. We're back. That was weird. I must have dropped something in the virtual environment file or something corrupted. Either way, let's get some pip installs here. Pip install polars. All right. Now I'm going to need context grabber again. We got a lot of problems though. The AI, particularly on main, not that bad. It just like miss. You know, when this happens, when it misses like these brackets and stuff, you know I got the mini or something. Fix. We'll just quickly get that output. And yeah, polars is good. Let's see, so we'll run tests and then what do we got? Okay, so main is going to create the features.parquet file. Oh, I see, and I can run it with different parameters here with like if I want to see for 1 minute ahead, 3 minutes ahead, 5 minutes ahead. Fees, so so we'll do one bit fee. I'm not sure what this roll cost is, but we're gonna run it through Gemini. Okay, so Gemini likes what we're doing. It's professional grade quantitative research harness. Executes plan exactly as written. See, GPT-5 it's kind of hard to always get Gemini to not come up with any critiques, anything like that. Yeah. And I'm consistently getting that sort of behavior from GPT-5. So I don't know what people are saying that it's not good. It's really, really good. Maybe it's not good for their use cases, but good for my use case. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, we got some errors. We got an error. We're going to fully bail out of that context. Get my context grabber. Let's get the error. Okay. We will paste that in there. We'll get system specs just to confirm. Okay. Okay. I'm not using auto. That's good. Oh yeah, so GPT-5 has some polars issues. Polars recently updated its like API syntax, whatever the package, and it continually has errors, but it'll search it up and fix it. So not too worried about that. We'll see how these indicators work. This is definitely not the indicator that I've been looking for. I don't think, do they even have an order flow? Let's see. Yeah, see, that doesn't help me at all. That's not useful. All right. Let's get the code. Let's see what I can ask Gemini here. Maybe we can just reset it. Actually, it's got some good. It's only 43,000 tokens. That's barely anything. Do I need a regime indicator so that each, I guess that's what we're going to figure out. We're going to figure out which indicator is best for which regime. So will my research platform find which math is best for each regime? Or yeah, I don't know. Let's just see if that gives me anything I want to know. You're hitting the Polars API change, like I said. All good. We will get this going. Cheap, useful, and research. Okay. Let's just throw in some micro price. Okay, so we're gonna get a whole bunch of different indicators here. So the only useful columns will drop, ignore. Okay. Cool. And all these will get tested. Okay. Let's see if Python main runs. No. Ooh. Oh, did I show it the data? That's probably part of the issue. No. Let's show it the data. Right? Because that's gonna be important. Give it some of that, and we'll give it like a little bit of the last. We'll give it that. Wait for that to finish. Yeah, it looked like some sort of time frame issue. But yeah, we'll get this going here for everyone. And then I'm gonna share what the results are. We'll see which math does best for which regime. And that's kind of what I want to know, because yes, this is one of the most powerful and core design features. The research platform you've outlined is explicitly designed to avoid finding the single best math and instead discover which math is best for each regime, which is exactly what you want for your indicator, because regimes switch and each regime has its own specific math that you'd want to trade on that due to the way it reacts. So we'll get tests here. All right. We'll run it. Test. So this is perfect. So we'll find the best indicator for the best regimes. And we shall see what the time zone parsing in polars. Okay. Okay, regime switching mechanisms. Consider the shock switcher indicator number 6. Fragility index. Okay. When you test this indicator, you're not just testing the LQ math, you're testing a complete regime-dependent hypothesis. The platform will directly tell you if this conditional logic follows versus revert, is more profitable than naive. Okay. Explicitly through the regime uplift evaluation protocol. Cool. Cool. All right, so yeah, no, it does not find the single best math, but instead it acts like a particle accelerator in physics. It smashes your mathematical ideas against different market conditions and produces a detailed report. Sweet. So it kind of already baked in what I wanted. Does main have weird conditions? I don't want. I don't like messing with these sort of yeah, like all this. Oh shoot, all this stuff here. Um, yeah, I don't like messing with that. I just want it to be Python main, run it. I want max data. So yeah, greater than 1. What do we got here? Yeah, we have 1.32. Hmm. Okay. Column dictionary. Oh, okay. I see what it does. So it gives me a way to look into the Parquet file, which is good. Okay, it gives me a CSV file as well. Perfect. This is exactly what you need. Okay. All right. So into an error. So yeah, this is going to give it the data that I was thinking about giving it. It needs polars 1.32.2. So that's probably where we're getting the error from. It's using a very old version. Okay, we're going to get all that information. Now I'm a little bit concerned it didn't give me all of the math. That Now with testing, I'll deal with this sort of running. Okay, here's single hard code main tailored for your polars. Fixes stats crash, no polar. Okay. Yep, reads that. Okay, let's make sure timestamp helpers. Let's make sure this isn't, if it's forgetting to input all the math in here. Okay, robust stats and features. Okay, here's where each feature will be made. Rolling robust Z-score using rolling median and MAD. Okay. TR and CLV, Wix and body. Okay. Cool. We're getting it done. Roll effective spread proxy, auto covariance, EMAs, fast slow for key series. Okay. Return on flow proxy, robust Z over 24-hour, fragility index. Okay, that's a regime. Keep only the useful columns. Okay. Indicator research at the highest level here. Not seeing this online anywhere. All right. Cool. All right, we got the code. Let's see if it runs this time. Let's see if it runs. Now let's make sure that now I don't believe it. There's no way. There's no way it worked that quickly. Um, so this is two, what is that? Yeah, it's almost 3 million lines of code. Hmm. This is not what I was expecting. Yeah, 2.9 million rows, 42 columns, and printed a sample. All right. Honestly, I thought it would take so much more time, but uh, oh, you know what? I didn't run it properly. We will run it like this, the way it wants me to. Yeah, okay. Mm. All right. Yeah, I mean, column P05, P50, P95. Yeah, catalog. Okay. Let's see what Gemini was saying about this. Uh, okay, this excellent piece of code, cleaner bus, hard coded. Okay, so it's A plus. Time handling, works performance. Um, hmm. Okay, so some little critiques, but this is for the most part what I wanted. Okay. We'll just run a full test on it and then we'll go back and iterate on the math. Because my computer barely blinked. Didn't even need to move at all. Which, when working with high frequency data, it takes like days to do this sort of stuff. So it was cool working with, you know, 1 minute K line. It's just quick, you can iterate super quickly, but it's not as, you know, robust. It's not as granular. But we will see how these indicators did. We'll show ChatGPT the data, iterate, make it better, keep working it until we find an indicator that works really, really well. So that's what we're gonna do here. Utilities. Okay. So I believe this is mini since it's going so fast. Cool. All right, what does it look like when I run that? what do I get here? We got, okay, we can see everything there. All right. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this is gonna show. All right, we got one person here. Python test. Check the, okay, memory is up a little bit. I wonder how it's going. Okay. Auto recreates ATS and other few columns if they were dropped from. Oh boy. Go back to main. Output full code. Where we get testing a wide variety of math. Their max math complexity is code. Rethink your edges out full main.py file. All right, we're just gonna like let it reiterate on itself. Now, this is definitely taking a little bit longer. This is probably going through it, going back through it. Oh, GPU is being used a little bit. So, just waiting on the test here. We're gonna redo our main.py because for some reason it wanted to throw in these new indicators in the test feature, which is not what we wanted. We did not want that. Let's just wait for that to finish here. So the test file is definitely taking a lot longer than expected. And it's using GPU, which is interesting. Yeah, I definitely want to test out like GPU only sort of indicators, maybe like small neural nets, something just like feed forward, like a reservoir style. But we'll do a wide variety of things. Okay. Single hard code drop in main that goes all in on mathing novel engines, no CLI turn put. Okay. Good. Give me the full thing there. Now I definitely want some sort of like, is it working? Like when will it be done? Indication. Could just be hung up and I would not know. Just wait a little bit, see if this is gonna work out. Is that working? Okay. Yep. Yep, it's working out. Mm. 20. Yeah, I don't. Oh, okay. It's definitely working. It's just I cannot tell. Clear that out. Oh, here we go. Okay. Test is working. I repeat, test is working. Yang Zhang windowed variance estimator. Huh. What's this on about here? Dunchian normalized wick body metrics. First exponent. Robust Z-score over 24 hours. Yeah, some flow, order flow. I kind of want to dive more deep into that. So it wrote a new file here. Not too sure what test is on about, but it's definitely taking a lot longer than my features. I don't know if my main wasn't even doing any feature engineering. It was just kind of like giving me like a quick rundown because that doesn't look. All right, we're stopping it here. I'm not gonna wait for that to finish. We are so test. I need more info entered in terminal for me to know it's working and when it will be done. Code file. All right, I just need some sort of indication that it's working. We'll do Python main. Nope. No. We'll see what Grok has to say here on this. Let's see, Grok. Shit, I might have. Cool. We're getting there. We will fix this error. I might move to the non-thinking version. Sometimes I get better results with that. Maybe Gemini can just quickly. Actually, this is for main. So we'll wait for Grok to finish. Yes, okay, so we're gonna get some GPU-based indicators here, which will be nice. Some PyTorch maybe, and probably have to install that. We'll get that. We'll get PyTorch. CUDA nightly. We'll get it in here just in case we need it. Cool.
Is this the new test file that? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna have to change the test file because we're gonna need the matching test file. Not what I wanted. Whoopsies. Hold up. Yeah, this is what we needed here. Okay. Cool. Get some good data here. Cool. Yeah. If y'all are still in this video, it's wild because y'all are locked in trying to figure out how to make these indicators, make these trading algorithms really profitable, very robust. Yeah, follow the channel because I will be sharing all this research, dropping all the free value. Yeah, I mean, this is all great stuff here. We're going to get some indicator tests. Yeah. Okay, so now that that is done, I can go just run Python main, make sure it's no. Okay, we're getting a little error. Getting a little error. I'm going to run it through GPT-5. Just wanted the code from Grok here so that you're not just giving the same stuff again to ChatGPT. Just gonna go. Okay. We're gonna do thinking. All right. What went? Some issues with the columns. Probably nothing too crazy. Okay. We're gonna get it running and then we'll call it a day. Or night. Okay. Well, wait a minute. Does main use? No. It's not using PyTorch at all. Yeah, we'll stick with CPU-based indicators, and then maybe I can run an AI-only sort of indicator. That's Okay. Flow imbalance. Yeah, the math on these isn't so crazy. Okay. So we will do that. Bitcoin all-time high. Okay. Follow along if you want to see the results. I'm not sure if I'm not gonna be able to get all the results in. We'll see how long it takes, but follow and I'll post the results to the indicator testing here. See which one gives the best edge, the best alpha. That's what we're after. You can see we're testing a wide range of different ones for 1 minute K line, which for most people is going to be what you really want. Now, for me, I can trade within 2 seconds. So my latency is 2 seconds. So 1 minute seems like an eternity to that. But in theory, I could still work. With that. Let's see. If I have to, I will use my edit feature here. Let's see. We'll give it main context. Gemini 2.0 flash. Oof. They haven't changed this in forever. Maybe we can do that. And I can do this. And then I can do that. Just get the full code file quicker than I would with GPT-5. Give it all the data. So I don't need to do that. So what went wrong there? 2 teeny edits. Nice. You got the pace. Link to error. New crash pullers. Okay. So we're gonna get this going. It's never easy, but it's definitely rewarding when you get the data, for sure. Let's get the full code file. See, it's way quicker with 2.5 Pro. Way quicker. We'll get this going, and then I can only assume test is going to have some errors, but we'll get there. Main usually didn't take that long, so.
All right. Copy to. Hope I gave it the right. Yeah, it didn't spit out an error immediately. And seems to be working. Okay, promising. Looking good. All right. Got our first Parquet file. All right, we're making the indicators. Yay. Okay. Now, Python test. Boom. Boom. Error. Got an error, guys. It's all good. We'll get this fixed. Now I will put that and this there. See if we can't get the fix. Wow. Let's just see if that works. Oh. Okay. Okay, we were just missing a package. I honestly don't know why I was changing up the time, something like that. But it's all good. TC data, whatever you guys want. I am okay with it. All right, now we just gotta wait for it to load, and then we can, yeah, then we will know which one won, or if we're getting any good data from this. So, features, stats. It's definitely a lot more here. See what Gemini thinks of this data dump. What do you think, Gemini? So I don't know how long I have to sit here for this. 2.9 million rows of data, 2,000 days. Computing indicators, signals. Now I'm thinking that we don't. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on here? We'll just get a broad review. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gemini's coding.
What? What? No, 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 no. Clear. View code. All right, well, I think I'm gonna call it. So it's gonna load for a while. Like I'm not gonna get the data right away. So follow if you like this sort of content. If you want to know which indicator wins, I'm gonna be running a lot more different indicators through the 1 minute K line. We will get this working, and yeah, maybe I'll go live tomorrow. We'll see. Follow along if you want to see the winners for these indicators here. I'm running it right now, but I don't know how long it's going to take. So about 2,000 days of data. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next live stream. Follow for the winners. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, one viewer.